Good day. Very warm welcome to this meditation experience. Delighted you can join. And today, for whatever reason, this term free and fearless was going through my mind. Maybe because I had to get up in the middle of the night and go out in the dark and drive around in the dark on the road alone. Anyways, free and fearless was on my mind. It's amazing if you just watch yourself, how much as we go through the day, we're really often in the state of concern, nervousness, anxiety, constantly trying to control situations, not really very comfortable with spontaneity. I remember when I was very young, I was aware of this issue in myself and I didn't really like it. So I thought I'd help myself out by enrolling myself in drama class, which to me was my worst nightmare. And it turned out it was my worst nightmare. It did not fix me of my problem, it just created more anxiety. And I used to really be terrified if we had to do improv, fear of, will I look silly? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So many unknowns, so much on display. I used to be absolutely terrified, and they really go together. That when one is afraid, it is a form of bondage, actually. We're not able to really operate at our best when we feel insecure. So this is definitely connected to quality of life, what to do. And we live in a world where things are becoming more and more unpredictable. So how can I keep showing up, enjoying quality of life in this very unpredictable world that seems to invoke fear? So let's see if we can discover the fearlessness within the freedom to really operate at our best in an unpredictable world. Sitting comfortably, and if you want to experiment with eyes open, there's that invitation. Certainly will make this relevant to day-to-day life. And taking a moment for just a breath or two. That breath in, and then that slower release of air from the lungs. And maybe another breath in. And again, that slow exhale, letting go. That's something we intuitively do when we feel nervous or afraid or anxious. We try taking a breath. It's not so much the inhale that comforts us. It's the exhale, the letting go, the release that makes us feel a little bit more safe, more strong, more stable. Perhaps that's the secret, the letting go, the release. If I can discover that release button inside, I might become free from the very crippling and paralyzing effects of fear. So I start to turn inwards, move into my own inner world. But I'm not content to just stay on the surface of my inner world, which seems much closer to the outer world. On the surface, where there's all those thoughts about day-to-day life. what I'm going to do, who I need to be with, what's happened in the past, what's going to happen in the future. I don't want to stay on the surface of my inner world. Almost like it's an ocean. I want to dive deep into my inner world, to the very depths where the treasures are kept. And so I give my mind permission for this moment to not have to think about worldly concerns. Just for this time, I put those aside so I can start to move more deeply inwards into the depths. It's really a journey of letting go already, letting go of the roles and responsibilities, all of those familiar thoughts, even letting go of any pressure or sense of time, just in this moment. That's all that exists, is now. This very precious moment in time. And I start to feel my sense of self changing as I move into the depths of my inner world. My sense of self is magically becoming more and more simple, and yet more and more sacred. I don't feel like I'm all these different hats I tend to wear, or masks I put on. Like the actor stepping off stage, I come very close to the most deep experience of myself, the real one. Not the act, not the show, not the image. Just me. Sincere, genuine me. The relief of not having to put on a show. Feeling very close to myself, very real, is very sacred. Comfortable with the self, at peace with the self, a very light sense of self. And somehow all of that letting go has freed my mind from so many concerns, freed me to come very close to what really does matter, the single concern I should have. This deep sense of self, staying very connected to myself. In the fear, I thought I was losing myself, but it turns out I had already lost myself. The whole journey is about reconnecting. The closer I get to myself, the more comfortable I am with myself, the less fear I have starting to feel the strength of my true nature replacing the weakness of any fears. It's like a reunion with myself. I realize the fear comes when I am distant from myself. And when I let go of that distance, when I reunite with myself, the fear automatically dissolves. How do I know I'm close to myself? The inner beauty of the self is experienced. My true, beautiful nature is very loud. My nature of peace, my nature of integrity, kindness, lightness, contentment, maturity. This is my fortress, my protection, experiencing my true nature. So powerful, so stabilizing. It's my anchor. Whatever I face, whatever's happening around me, this inner protection is independent. Staying connected to the real me dissolves all illusions, which is fear. Whenever I feel as I move through the day, that anxiety, those concerns emerging, rather than trying to control everything out there, let me instead come inside. Let me reconnect with that inner beauty, my true real self. Move into that comfortable, sacred space of my true nature and watch the fear naturally dissolve, replaced by freedom. The freedom to not have to overthink, overplan, overcontrol. The freedom to just respond from this place of truth. To trust the self, believe in the self, be completely at peace with the self in any situation. This deep inner experience of security simply by reconnecting with myself. Let this be my experiment today. As I move through the day, different scenes, different situations, so many of them unpredictable, no idea what will happen, what others will do or say. Let me stay connected inside and watch the magic unfold. Freedom from fear, and freedom to truly be myself. Perhaps creating spaces where others are freed from fear as well, comfortable to honor their true selves as well. Thank you for joining. Wishing you a fearless and free day. Om Shanti.